MULN stock still outperforming the broader markets. Let's go ahead and go over the upside thesis, as there could be some limitations present, okay? But let's go over those details now. What is up, you guys? Thank you so much for stopping by once again. This is ARCa coming at you with an MULN technicals, raw price action, and statistical thread of analysis on this fine hump day Wednesday. Before we get started, please make sure to subscribe to the channel, like the video, share the video with a friend so that you and them could consider joining our trading community in Discord called ARCa. With that said, let's go ahead and dive right into the charts. One note here, you guys, there are a lot of ARCa imposters saying to WhatsApp me, and yeah, that's not me. All right, you guys, so please do not fall for those traps, as they are scammers. I only have three social platforms in which I'm active on, and that's actually Twitter, YouTube, and Discord. So I will never ever put my contact number for WhatsApp or anything like that in the chat section or in the comment section. First of all, I don't have a WhatsApp. Okay, you guys, rest assured that that's not me. Please be sharp. Do not fall for those. Do not fall for those scammers. Okay. But yeah, I just wanted to make a side note of that, because I am getting some people telling me to make some disclaimers and stuff. But I do usually say this. It's usually at the end of my videos, and not all of them, to be fair. So I'm going to go ahead and try to do my best to start it now. But regardless, let's go ahead and continue on the charts and the analysis for MULN. Okay, so MULN stock is still looking very bullish. Now, particular to the Crypstex ARC-Series indicators, this is the ARC armor indicator. Okay, it actually gives us long and sell signals. Okay, long and short. And as you can see, the long signal that we printed on December 30th is still being honored. We have not printed any type of bear flag, or I'm sorry, like a tag like this. Okay, we have not printed any bear tag just yet, so the continuation to the upside is very likely, and this is particular to the 8 hours, so it is pretty significant. Okay, now the ARC enhanced MACD, the tightening of the Bollinger Bands actually was something that we were looking at in the past couple videos, and that expansion is now opening up the Bollinger Bands, which is something that we were going to touch on, right? So it has printed that bull signal alongside the ARC armor indicator as well, suggesting a continuation to the upside. Okay, very good stuff here. So if you are interested in acquiring any of these indicators, actually they do come in a pack of 8, and here are the names of those indicators. Please just reach out to me via DM or email, and we'll go over the subscription packages for the Crypstex indicators. Please know that the subscription packages are their own packages that regard only the indicators and not access to TradingView itself, okay, as Crypstex are authorized retailers within the TradingView space. So you must acquire TradingView as a separate thing, and then come and talk to us regarding the subscription packages of the indicators. Okay, so now let's move on to the next chart. So this is going to be the statistical side of the analysis, and this is very particular right now, because we've been looking at volatility represented by this indicator BBWP and momentum, so we versed both of these. Okay, and the upside move that we were expecting based on an expansion phase and momentum suggesting upside was a 172.12% move to the upside, suggesting about 58 cents. We have moved, actually I can make a quick little adjustment of this, because we have moved, so we have moved close to 60% that move already, so it is pretty significant. And the continuation to the upside looks to be still in play, but know that we're already red hot. Okay, so for what I mean by red hot is that we're approaching a reversal point from which we haven't passed historically. Okay, so much. Okay, so look, you have one iteration here on December 2018. Oh, okay, so we do have a few, but these are in 2013. Okay, so we still have some upside and some headroom, and it looks like the highest iteration, from which happened on June 27th, 2013, looks like we went up to about 98.08%, and we are currently sitting at about 92%. So there is still some upside to go from the momentum oscillator. Okay, so that's what I mean by we're getting red hot. It's just that it's getting close to historical price or historical momentum targets of overbought levels. Okay, so and now it looks like we're starting to get that contraction phase starting from the volatility itself. This doesn't mean a reversal. It just means that volatility is increasing in another way. Okay, but usually, I mean, the moving average of the BBWP is still suggesting a true path here, and the momentum, the volatility component of the BBWP, which is volatility itself, is now pivoted slightly to to a neutral bias. Okay, but that's entirely okay, because this is just a very small pivot here. It may not even realize it may continue on to critical volatility, which we're already pretty close at anyway. We're at 89%. Okay, critical volatility would be 90% and above, so within the 90 percentile. Okay, so yeah, things are still looking okay. They're looking a little limited, but they're still looking okay, and a continuation to the upside. If I were to put a huge discretionary guess, it would actually be at about 39.98, just about 40 cents or slightly under, as a place for potential take profit. Do know that I'm not a financial advisor. Take whatever I do show and iterate within these videos as just a form of entertainment, as I actually cannot suggest for you to buy or sell any assets. Okay, I need you to do your own DD and everything will be just fine, you guys. No problems here. Okay, so now let's go ahead and move on to the last part of the analysis, and this is going to be the divergence. Okay, so divergence is the opposition of price action versus momentum. In this case, momentum represented by RSI, relative strength index. Okay, the purple line represents the RSI signal. The pink line represents a 14-day simple moving average, which is standard to any RSI setup. Okay, so what we're looking at here are 1, 2, 3, and 4 drives of regular bullish divergence. So this is actually phantom regular bullish divergence. Why phantom? Is because we're actually having the cross price action to get from point A to point B of the pivots. Okay, and you can see that this is the bullish drive of divergence. Okay, so we're looking at about 4 drives in which are still at play. Please notice that the daily time frame RSI signal is still suggesting upside and well within the grips of the bull strength percentile. Okay, please notice that I do have these zones blown up here for your convenience to look at as I speak about them. So yeah, particular to the daily time frame, we're right smack in the middle of this bull strength percentile, which is very good and suggesting a continuation to the upside. Let's now open up a multi-pane so that we can gauge a bias for tomorrow's session and the following days. Okay, so we're going to start off like always with the immediate short term. That's going to be the 30-minute time frame. 30-minute time frame suggesting continuation to the downside, but please know that always regard the position of your RSI signal. Okay, so in this particular case, we are sitting in the very deep areas of the bull control zone. Okay, the bullish strength percentile. So as long as we do remain ourselves within that deep area, we can expect a gravitational pull into the overbought percentile. Okay, 14-day moving average is below us, very bullish and suggesting an upside continuation as well. Okay, another good thing to notice is that it's not an explosive move to the upside, which actually signals healthier growth. Okay, we don't want this thing to rocket ship to the upside and then immediately capitulate. I've mentioned this before. You don't want to see your account just go to $1 million and then $2, you know. So it would be awesome for us to just have some time to collect ourselves and take a look at some upside targets and consider take profit zones. Okay, so buy hourly time frame is suggesting a bit of sideways trading, which is typical when we're at the borders of zones. Okay, so in this case we are at the overbought zone and bull strength percentile zone border. So in this case we also have the 14-day simple moving average right below us, which can serve as a point of support before a continuation onto the upside. But please notice that as long as we do maintain ourselves within this border, the likelihood of finding this sideways trading event is pretty great. Okay, so now let's look at the 6-hour time frame, as the RSI signal is suggesting a slight bearishness. But again, take a look at this. As long as we do maintain ourselves within the border, we can likely see some sideways trading. 14-day moving average below us, very good, and it's suggesting a continuation to the upside. Okay, so as soon as this does get closer to the RSI signal on a 6-hour time frame, we can expect a bounce from this as support and a continuation onto the upside. Okay, so the daily time frame we already saw per the divergence chart, and let's just go ahead and move on to the buy daily. Here is what I mean by actually us continuing to the upside, and this is regarding the buy daily RSI. Okay, buy daily suggesting a continuation to the upside, and it has now crossed into the bull weakness percentile. The pivot on the moving average is now starting to change, so we're looking at let me get rid of this, as this is the buy daily right now. You can actually tell right up here. Okay, so yeah, we're the moving average is suggesting now a pivot towards the upside. So this is looking good. We already used the 14-day moving average as support right here and continued on. Okay, so now let's look at the 3-day and see what we have there. 3-day suggesting some upside, not so aggressive, but very much in the deep or in the shallow areas of the bear weakness percentile, which means that we're likely to be pulled into the bull weakness. Very good stuff. And the 5-day is still pivoted towards the upside as well. It is not so significant as that upside, but it's still suggesting that upside. We're very much in the shallow areas of the bear strength percentile, which usually means we're about to get pulled into the following zone. Okay, so yeah, what this is telling me overall is that we may see a little bit of a consolidation period for the next day or two, followed by a continuation to the upside, as momentum is still suggesting an upside continuation. I can actually just take this trend line out of the way so you can see that the pivot is still favoring the bulls. Okay, so this is very good stuff for the I guess for the short term, for the interim, okay, for MULN stock. So please, if you are considering gaining these indicators, then please notice that the DBSI is giving us a 66% score over the bears at 34%. So it's also part of the ARC-Series Crypstex indicators. Okay, the bull signal did fire off here a little more aggressively than the enhanced MACD, and it's still suggesting that upside. Okay, so please send me a DM and we'll go over the details as to how to acquire, or you'll get the details for the subscription packages for these indicators. Okay, so I think that's about it. Actually, no, nothing else. But anyway, you guys, I wish you well. I wish you a very good night, and I will catch you at the bell mañana. Adios.